The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a huge toll on people's mental health. This especially includes the Latino population here in Idaho. Spanish speakers face many barriers when trying to access mental health resources. Our Brenda Rodriguez is here to tell us how two local groups are trying to address the issue. Brenda.
Yeah, so according to the Consulate of Mexico, Spanish speakers are experiencing a mental health crisis here in Idaho. So St. Luke's and the Consulate of Mexico have teamed up to provide a bilingual informational mental health resource guide. In a news release, Head Consul Ricardo Herrera says Spanish language speakers often face difficulty when accessing mental health resources. One of the biggest reasons why is the lack of resources and the language barrier. Now, in an effort to change that, the guide Help Is Here addresses mental health concerns all across the state of Idaho in both Spanish and in English. Now, a recent report published by Mental Health America says suicide rate in Idaho is 48% higher than the national average. The report also says Idaho is ranked as one of the top states with mental health issues and the lowest ranked for access to resources and support. Another report by Idaho Kids Covered says 1 in 5 Idaho teens experienced depression in 2020. That's the second highest rate in the country.
As of 2020, nearly 20% of Idaho teens also struggled with depression, which is actually the second highest rate in the entire country. What's even more troubling about that 20% is that over 55% of those kids received no treatment. And that was as of 2020. In 2021, that rate actually increased to 61%.
Ricardo with the Mexican Consulate says the guide was launched in hopes to bridge the gaps of resources available to everyone in Idaho. And the guide is available for download in both languages, and a limited supply of printed copies can be found in health facilities all around the area. Now, St. Luke's and the Mexican Consulate hope this resource will help educate the community to reduce the stigma behind mental health. If you or someone you know needs emergency mental health services, St. Luke's and the Mexican Consulate encourage you to call the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline at 208-398-4357.
And we'll also have a link to the Help Is Here guide on our website at ktvb.com. Brenda, thank you so much for bringing that to us. We know the Latino population has been disproportionately impacted throughout the pandemic, so I appreciate your reporting.